Hello everyone, it is I, the Reverend Godfather, the main host and frontman for the Long Coat Mafia podcast. To let everybody know right off the bat, I am also doing this live on Facebook while I am recording it, similar video, or I should say the same video that you're watching here on Facebook for YouTube to post up on YouTube. As you could see on the Facebook title for those on YouTube, I did manage to pick up the mystery flavor Mountain Dew the other day. While out with Big Candy to go see Knotfest, we stopped at one of the Sheets on the way. Sheets, for those of you who do not know what Sheets is, it is a convenience store similar to a 7-Eleven or a Circle K or a Wawa or, you know, something similar to like that. It's a convenience store. It's a they sell food as well and so forth and so on. If you know what a Circle K is, if you know what a 7-Eleven is, you know what a Sheets is. Or if you know what a Wawa is, you know what a Sheets is. The reason why I managed to pick one of these up is because where we are at, I was very skeptical that they would have one of these here in our area, and I was kind of told that this would taste like either marshmallow or candy corn. If it's candy corn, I hope not. I'll give you the first impressions because I'm the kind of person, even if I don't like it, I'll drink the whole bottle right off the bat, and as I do it, I'll fill you in some things that happened today, because here on the eastern seaboard, it is still prior to midnight, so it's not Tuesday yet, or when this gets posted up on YouTube, it will be Tuesday, but as of right now on Facebook Live, it is Monday still, so we have a few things to talk about what happened today on Monday. So let's crack this open, and for those of you watching on YouTube, I should say YouTube, Facebook Live, this is our workhorse microphone that we use all the time. We don't use the Yeti, but as you could hear, brand new bottle, and it is cracked. So, well, it does smell awfully sugary. More Mountain Dewy than anything else, but for those of you that are watching and heard it ding a little while ago, that's one of our tablets that we have, our backup stuff that we have. You know what? The one person was right. Does kind of borderline on candy corn, but because of the, I guess, over the overall sweetness, but it does taste more marshmallowy than candy corn. I'll say that. It's kind of an in-between flavor. It's like what a marshmallow would taste like if you had a whole mess of like small marshmallows. But is it something that I'll pick up often? Now that I know the flavor it is, I don't see something like this, people buying multiple bottles of mystery flavor Mountain Dew because of the flavor. But if they enjoy this flavor, I guess they'll buy multiple bottles. But this is not something, if I found this at Walmart or one of the other supermarkets near me, that I'll constantly buy. Crystal Pepsi, I'll constantly buy. The Coca-Cola Cinnamon, I'd probably, or the Pepsi Cinnamon, one of the two, I'll probably buy. But this, not that often. But I will say this, as I finish this bottle, and you watch me finish this okay bottle of Mountain Dew, or this marshmallow tasting bottle of mystery flavor Mountain Dew, let me fill you in on just what happened today. As some of you might know, our latest episode dropped this Monday, today, or if you're watching this past Monday, this September 2nd. Our episode did post Monday, September 2nd, and, well, let me just say this. One of the things that we tend to do when we initially post the episode, and we posted it up, and one of the things we do is, right after we post it up, because we posted up this week's episode at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I figured when I got up later today, because I was off, or I am off on Labor Day, I figured later in the day when I got plenty of rest, I'll make the rounds on social media saying we post up our latest episode, here's what's in it, so forth and so on. For those of you who want to know, we talked about Knotfest and the bands that were playing, and we talked about what happened in Keystone. We updated with from a promise we made last week, or at least I did last week, in regards to fill you in regards to Tom Holland and all that. And we kind of ended the show, or the last half of the show. We talked about the controversy over the fact that there's gambling in NBA 2K20. So that was what we talked about. And one of the things that we, or at least I do, once the episode is posted and the main part of a Monday, is that when I get a chance, I reiterate on Twitter that we post up like later in that day, because not many people was up on at maybe 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning when we post up an episode on Mondays, that there's an episode. They might see it automatic download in their apps like iTunes. This is not appealing. I don't know if I don't want to waste this. This cost me enough as it is. But during Monday and upon itself, I post up again on Twitter that we have a new episode. And its aspect of promoting your latest episode. Both are the same theme. If you have a new episode, if you have a podcast, you have a YouTube channel, post it up. Post it up on noon. And this evening, I'd say about an hour or so ago, I get word from Facebook themselves stating that the posts on these two Facebook groups geared toward advertising your podcast said that, hey, your posts in these two groups violates our community standards. These groups, these are geared to it. The both. Nothing different. Geek Podcast, Lone Coat Mafia Podcast. With links to where to find it. Because it's either because I was talking about Knotfest, but I don't think the fact that me and Big Candy were talking about Knotfest and Slipknot and everything else is what kicked us off as marked as spam. But I think it was more so the fact that we talked about gambling in NBA 2K20. Somebody didn't like it. The controversy of gambling in NBA 2K20. Somebody, good chance, reported us, and because they claimed it violated community standards as spam. Therefore, well, can't have it up. We got to remove these posts. Did I repost? No. But the fact of the matter is, that's what's pissing me off right now. And a lot of you out there wonder why. I call the show the most hated mafia-themed geek podcast on the internet. That is why. No one's watching right now. Let's see what... just checking on a few things here. Nope. Something real big there. I just want to finish this up, folks. We did, for those of you who listen to the episode, please listen to the episode. This is, like I said, when stuff like this happens, it hurts the show. It does. We do not have hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, or any type of funds on a weekly basis to give to Facebook for their advertising. This is what they're pushing for. We talked about this in the longest episode ever show that was posted up like 2 weeks ago. You can find it in the links below. You can find it on YouTube. We talk about it. It's like if you share posts off your page, you get wiped out. This is why we ask all of you to kind of share things, which is, according to Facebook, not allowed. You can't talk about bad. You can't. That's bad speech. You're not allowed to do that. But it's sad. We don't like it. But this is what Facebook is doing. They're limiting our speech on their platform. They want us to talk about anything and everything and have debates, but they don't want us to talk about these things and have debates on their platform. And this hurts us. We don't like it. This is why every time in our show, if you listen to us, we kind of give everything. We want you to share. We want you to like. We're not allowed to tell you that on Facebook. We can't tell you to leave a reaction, to not allowed to tell you these things, folks. That's what Facebook put out in a post or say in a seminar. They told the people in that seminar, if you have a group based on your business page or a business page, you're not allowed to. It's considered clickbaiting. It's considered this. We want you to pay for advertising. I just had a wonderful conversation with someone on basically our level of statistics. She's hurting too because she gets hit with the same things on Facebook, and it's hard for her to shell out. She doesn't have this type of money. Neither do I, and this hurts us. We have the grind to constantly try to get the numbers we currently have, and for every step forward, we are literally being pushed back and beaten back by folks like Facebook, they would rather us look like Mr. Moneybags from the Monopoly game and shell out money after money, and that just, folks, I'm just wondering if I could rant long enough to finish this. This is starting to be horrible. I can't take it. I can't. If I wanted to drink liquid marshmallows, I would make my own, but I don't like this. I don't like candy corn. I enjoy marshmallows, but not like this. No, this is way too much. I I just got done over the past week eating in the mornings Fruit Loops, and I bought Fruit Loops just because uh, not that I was getting sick and tired of it. I just wanted to break from Golden Crisp, not Golden Crisp, Golden Puffs. Pretty much store brand, say store brand stuff. But I wanted a break, and I switched to Fruit Loops, not Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, pretty much. And I was like, nah, this is why I don't like it. It's too malty. It's too bad. I'll go back to the Golden Crisp. I could tolerate them. I'm enjoying them. But this I will never buy again. Never. The mystery flavor, no. No, I probably only, if they put this out again next year, I won't. I won't buy it next year. I won't shell out the money next year. Crystal Pepsi, I'll shell out the money for. The cinnamon Coca-Cola, I'll probably shell out money for. The lime, I think it's a lime wire. Mountain Dew, I'll probably shell out the ice. The ice is what I'll shell out. But this is horrible. Man, I hate this. But there, like I said, there's a reason why I don't like the fact that Facebook is doing this to us, or indie podcasters like myself. Even Randy from Geek World Order who has his own podcast right now, and God bless him. Fates, may the fates ever be in his favor, not odds. I'll say it like that. Yes, I'm using a quasi Hunger Games reference. The thing is, he tried paid advertising on Facebook, and it didn't work for him. And I told him, I could have told you that, but that's the thing. Unless you're giving them multi-millions of dollars, and you so happen to slip and say something like Facebook podcast, or mention I listen to Joe Rogan, then you'll get flooded by those like myself that might pay $5 an ad or $10 an ad. But the thing about it, folks, on my end, I a little bit on the show, is that when we did Facebook boosting, excuse me, boosted on Facebook, they told us, yeah, you could get between 500 and for a $10 ad, 500 and like 3,000 total, a reach of 500 to. No, it was like minimum of like 1,000 to like 3,000 for a 5, and over 10,000 for a $20. So for that, over the course of the month, I gave them $30 on two separate over, not a total of $30 over the two or three separate occasions, and it barely hit. It didn't even hit the low number. I think on average during that time we were getting like about the same as now, about 15 to 20 total reach organically. We got maybe an extra 100, 150 on top of that. We got maybe 3 or 4 extra likes. No clicks on the links. Nothing. It's like they just clicked like and just went on by. And I think during that time, the Force Awakens was out, and one of the things we boosted up was a Star Wars panel we did. At that time, nobody wanted to touch it due to boosted ads. I'm like, the hell, this is a Star Wars panel. Nobody wants to touch it. But that's why I tell a lot of people. And regards to this, what just happened, again, folks, if you're watching on live, the fact that we were either reported or a Facebook bot saw a post, and that they kind of matched and flagged us for, in essence, that it violated community standards as spam. More or less, it was somebody. I want to say somebody reported us because of us talking about the controversy about gambling in NBA 2K20, and they just didn't like that. They got possibly butthurt, and the best way they could hurt us is by saying we are spam. It does hurt. It does hurt us because we get no more than at times 30 to 40 listeners a week. There's a few times we get above that if the topic's right. We got lucky with the Bigfoot stuff. We get over 90. We got over 90, 60, 50 to 90. If not, we cracked 100 with it. Thank you all for listening because people enjoyed the Bigfoot stuff. Will we do more Bigfoot stuff? Well, if we get the chance. If Daniel Benoit and the rest of them want to come back on the show and talk to us, we'll be more than happy to do it because people got, really enjoyed that. But will we switch to a Bigfoot show? No, because we are a geek podcast. We cover all things geek. And to Daniel, to Zach, to Bigfoot Bob, Bigfoot is their geek. We have to have them on. That's our stick. And or I should say that's our story, and we're sticking to it. But it hurts us, folks. If you're watching on YouTube, share our show. Links are in the description. We're available on iTunes, we have to say Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify. Our main website is thelongcoatmafia.podbean.com. And like I said, folks, don't like us when we punch up or agree with at times the possible narrative. In this case, the narrative was gambling in NBA 2. In some ways, we did, even though we were on the side of the fact that there is gambling, Big Candy did play devil's advocate, which is what I enjoy him doing a lot of times, is playing that side. It allows me to play off him in a good way. Horrible. Utterly horrible. So, that being said, since I'll just show you folks, I did finish it. It's empty. For the most part, maybe I have a few drops in it. But, will I buy it again? No. So, that being said, please, if you're watching on YouTube, again, Facebook, because of your bots, this video is also going up on YouTube. So, YouTube allows us to say the following. Please share the video. It helps us, allows YouTube to see that you like the show and you want others to see it. If you want to comment, join in the conversation, leave a comment down below. Remember, this is also on, who liked us? Who's here? I think that was Michelle. If that's you, Michelle, howdy, or whoever's watching right now, howdy. Again, Facebook does not like the aspect of we are, we're trying to promote and doing everything else that we can. Yeah, it is Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Go to sleep. But the aspect of it is, they don't like us doing that. They pulled us. Either somebody reported us as spam. Either from what I was talking to a couple of people in one of the groups, that this is a common occurrence. Either people are just plain reporting us small guys, and they don't like the fact that we are working our tails off to try to get our show out there to as many people as we can, and they don't like it, and they're reporting us as spam in groups that are geared to promote our show, and they don't like it, or they don't like the fact that we're talking about certain topics. It's just sad. If this is Facebook just gearing down on the folks that are trying to, the small folks, the indie folks that are out there trying to get the word out. That's why we try to ask all of you to get the word out about our page and everything else that we are here. I hope the fact that Facebook doesn't go full problematic and say that if you even share it to someplace else or share it on somebody else's timeline, even though you run it, you're going to get kicked off of Facebook. No ifs, ands, or buts. That being said, this is why I have like 2 or 3 other accounts on Facebook as it is. I it's going to be hard. But the thing is, if the article I read on Our Longest Show is right, everybody gets, everybody in the circle that's there gets blamed. Yeah, and it's that every admin gets blamed. Everybody, part of the admin gets off the group, and that's going to be hard. I will, if need be, I will start the group again someplace else. I'll start the page up someplace else. I will continue to go someplace else. I'll make as many emails as I can to go someplace else. I'll just make a new page under the fact that in regards to what's happening now, we either got reported or a bot on Facebook dinged our posts in groups that were geared towards promoting podcasts. It's sad. So I'll end this video now. So please, if you're watching this on Facebook, share our page, share our posts, especially the ones in regards to our episodes. Help us get the word out. Natural growth. It's gonna I know it's gonna piss off Facebook even more because we're not paying it. You're helping us. They're gonna consider it clickbait. This is not clickbait. Again, the reason why they consider it clickbait is because they're not getting paid. They think they'll think it's quote unquote theft. This is not theft. We're trying to. This is why folks on YouTube get to do what they do. They understand the fact. That fact. Facebook doesn't. So either way, take care. I'm out. Check our Facebook page. Check our YouTube page for the aspect of new episodes and postings up and videos and everything else. So if you're here on YouTube, please, if you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button somewhere up here. If you like the video, click the like button down below. If you want to leave a comment, please do so. Same thing goes for the other social media sites, which will be included in the description down below. So if you're on YouTube, they will be in the description down below. But since for those of you watching on Facebook, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and where podcasts are found. We do have a main website which has everything on it, and is thelongcoatmafia.podbean.com. Check us out there. We have all our new episodes. All the episodes that Facebook does not like, and apparently other people do not like either. So if you want to join the conversation, you're more than welcome to do so. If you want to show your how much you enjoyed it, please leave either a thumbs up or a reaction to this video with it. So that being said, goodbye. I'm finishing it. And I'm finishing it here.